The Michael Berry Show.
Sheila Jackson Lee pushed the hate crime because what's more important to Sheila Jackson Lee is bashing Whitey. And you say, well, what interest does she have in doing that? You got to keep the crabs in the bucket. Problem with black people, and they're not like other people, but they still occasionally try to get out of the bucket. They'll try to move out of the neighborhood. They'll try to go to work in the professions. Ever so often, they'll try to vote for somebody other than Sheila Jackson Lee and their slate of candidates. And in the very rare occasions, you'll get an Uncle Tom come through here thinking they're all uppity, and they'll try to vote for Republicans. And in the rarest of occasions, and these are the ones that must be destroyed, they'll try to run for office as a black man or woman. And that cannot be tolerated. We cannot have that. We cannot break the bonds. We cannot open the prison cell. We cannot free the slaves. The Democrat Party is the party in which blacks must be. They must be Democrats, and they must vote. It's required. So listen very carefully to the message Sheila Jackson Lee is saying. It doesn't matter what I said. What matters is this little girl. Now, she obviously isn't sure the age of the girl.
Absolutely not. Nothing is irresponsible when it comes to the loss of a precious 7 or 8-year-old. And as many...
She's not even sure. But that theme underpins everything the Democrats do. Listen to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez on 60 Minutes this past week saying, people are too concerned about being factually correct. That doesn't really matter. What matters is having the moral high ground.
Since the election, some conservative media outlets have focused on Ocasio-Cortez with an intensity unusual for a rookie member of Congress.
Her views, her policy positions are actually downright scary.
She's been accused of being dishonest about the true cost of her proposals and the tax burden they would impose on the middle class. She's also been criticized for making factual mistakes.
One of the criticisms of you is that your math is fuzzy. The Washington Post recently awarded you 4 Pinocchios.
Oh, my goodness.
For misstating some statistics about Pentagon spending.
If people want to really blow up one figure here or one word there, I would argue that they're missing the forest for the trees. I think that there's a lot of people more concerned about being precisely, factually, and semantically correct than about being morally right.
But being factually correct is important.
It's absolutely important. And whenever I make a mistake, I say, okay, this was clumsy. And then I restate what my point was. But it's not the same thing as the president lying about immigrants. It's not the same thing at all.
Facts don't really matter. What matters is the moral high ground. If you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. Let's pass this thing to find out what's in it. Well, that wasn't true. I know. But we were trying to help people. We have the moral high ground. You see, when you have the moral high ground, it doesn't matter if you're lying or not.
Absolutely not. Nothing is irresponsible when it comes to the loss of a precious 7 or 8-year-old.
MichaelBerry.com